Okay, now we're in July. The next another arcades game I did was King of Fighters 98. This was when I realised these arcades games were not going to be as simple as I thought. Because again, it's a fighting game, an arcade fighting game, and you got to do one of these missions and you got to get to a certain point without, losing. And without save states, really difficult. Yeah, really hard. I had a lot of trouble with this game. Again, I did eventually do it, but yeah, some of those fights, because you get to a point where the AI just gets really difficult, and yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine game. Arcade Fighter, King of Fighters is obviously people love it. I got the new Fatal Fury game as well. Yeah, again, nothing else to say. Just an arcade fighting game. Next up, another licensed movie game thing. Lilo and Stitch: Trouble in Paradise. Do you know what? Pretty fun. This is another one where I actually say is actually a surprisingly good game. I actually I bought this for sort of the series. I actually got this on the PS3 because I managed to go through the PS3 and find some games that I could still download. And luckily it was on there. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. I actually did like it. It's a Crash Bandicoot clone, but an actual fun one. It's basic. I'm pretty sure I probably beat it in a day or two. It literally took only an hour or 2 hours to beat. Yeah, it's actually not terrible. I liked it. It was pretty decent. Pretty fun. Not hard at all. Not difficult. But yeah, I liked it. Pretty fun. Next up, this one was not fun at all. Finding Nemo. This is another one of those people played it when they were younger, so they still think it's really good. But then you play it again and you realise it's not good. So, yeah, I had this game when I was younger. Really liked it. I swear when we were younger we nearly beat it, but we never did. But it's just not one of these games. It's just such weird gameplay and weird design choices. I have the biggest issue with this game. For some reason, I do not understand why. This game is obsessed with slide puzzles. I despise slide puzzles. I cannot do slide puzzles at all. So when I got to that one level, I just couldn't do it. It really upset me because I had to redo that whole level again, which was a long level, and I just looked up online how to do them. Because I don't know how to do them. I wouldn't be able to do it. I can't do slide puzzles. And I'm sorry, I didn't realise, and maybe it's just me, but I didn't think I had to know how to do slide puzzles to play Finding Nemo on PS2. Yeah. Not a good, again, this was another really annoying one I really didn't like and I really just did not enjoy at all. It's a shame. Again, it was really, that's one of the reasons why I really hated doing this, because it made me realise a lot of these games I liked as a child, they're just not good. And playing them when I'm older, some games were decent, but just a lot of them weren't. Yeah, and Finding Nemo was sadly one of them I just did not like. Next up, this is technically not. This is me being a DLC. Mortal Kombat Chaos Reigns. So this was the expansion to Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, not good. Story mode was really not good. I mean, Mortal Kombat 1 kind of not great. The game's fine, story mode, but the story, they completely wrecked the story here, and I think the story to Chaos Reigns was not good either. They set up the villain as this really big villain, and you just beat him once and that's it. There's no interesting story. Again, it's one of those cases you get to the final fight, and you don't even realize it's the final fight, and you just win, and that's it. The game's over, and you're and it really is wait, that's it. That's the ending. And then there's the really dumb thing where Sub-Zero still becomes Noob Saibot in this timeline. And so by the end of this timeline, there is no Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. Legit. There is no Sub-Zero right now. Sub-Zero becomes Noob Saibot and that's it. There's no Sub-Zero anymore. Sub-Zero is not in Mortal Kombat right now. I know when the next one comes out they'll find some ways to bring him in, but at this point in time, there is no Sub-Zero. And that is stupid. I prefer Scorpion, but I can understand. But Sub-Zero fans, I'm not surprised that they're getting pissed because Ed Boon just seems to have this weird hatred with Sub-Zero. It's not just this, it's not just his portrayal of Mortal Kombat 1, but it's in the movie where he's just made out to be the villain. What has Ed Boon got against Sub-Zero that he's forced to make him the villain? I don't get it. I don't understand. Next up, Simple Platinum this Donut Country. This is sort of well known as being an easy platinum. Pretty fun game though. I did enjoy it. I got it when it was on sale. It's quite a quick game. I think the regular price is probably too much for it. Getting it on sale was the right thing to do. Again, it's a decent game. You're just a little hole and you've got just suck things in, and there's a weird story to it as well, which is kind of weird and kind of fun. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty decent game. I wouldn't say you have to go out to play it. I'd say if you want an easy platinum that's still fun, I get this one. Like, it's not like those other like really easy, boring platinums. This is an easy platinum that's actually quite fun, huh? Next up, again, another animated movie game, Tangled. Again, really boring, just nothing else to really say about this. I can't really think of anything to say. It's just really long and really boring and just not enjoyable at all. Which is and it's a shame because Tangled's like a really good movie, but the game itself is just, it's just, there's nothing to it. There's nothing to say. Like, what do you want me to say? I've got nothing. I've got nothing to say about these games. So, like, because either they were just really good or really boring, and most of them were really boring. Yeah, nothing else to say. I'm sorry, nothing else to say. Oh, I've got stuff to say about this one though, but, well, kind of. Chicken Little on PS2. This was another just awful game. Just did not like it. The final levels in this game were just awful. This isn't one of those games where they just keep. This is like one of those like typical like licensed games where they just keep changing like the style of game. Like there's like it's a 3D platform, but then it's a shooter, and then it's a spaceship shooter, and then it's a driving game, and it's like, why not just commit to one gameplay and do that well instead of just making a bunch of crap gameplay styles and doing none of them right? And again, getting really annoyed by the final level, like the final things, like it's just so annoying, and like it's like you're in the driving section and you've got to like jump over gaps, and you've got to be so precise, be at the right thing, and like your thing just, and even though you're in this like big like fire truck, it just pings off everywhere. If you just even slightly grazes something. Again, awful game, terrible game. Do not play this game. It's terrible. Next up, another Lego game actually, a Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. So I guess I was like, at this point I was like, oh, I'm ready to play another Lego game, so I played Lego Batman 3. Yeah, pretty decent. This one's quite fun. Again, obviously the problem is the Platinum experience. The Platinum experience just sucks and is boring. I mean, I'll say this, I think this is one of those cases where like, even though it's called Lego Batman, I don't think you really play as Batman that much. You play as like a bunch of the other characters way more. But again, like, I mean, but I guess they can't really call it Lego DC because they had the Lego Batman branding. So I'm excited for the next Lego Batman game that it's just going to be Batman. And like, hopefully the new one's good. Hopefully they don't. Yeah, hopefully the new one's good. I'm excited for the new one. But yeah, Platinum was just, again, it's another Lego Platinum. You just got to go through all the levels and find all the stuff and go through the hub worlds. And yeah, again, can get quite boring at times, but overall, still pretty decent. I do like how, I think because it was like the Batman like anniversary or something, they did a lot of stuff with the 60s show. So like Adam West is in the game, and the final level is like you do a level based on the classic series, and they got so all the classic like Batman sort of characters from the 60s show are there. So like the Adam West Batman, Burt Ward, yeah, Burt Ward as Robin. Yeah, like just lots of fun sort of stuff with that. So I like that stuff. Next up, Atari 50. So this is possibly the greatest. Video game collection ever. It's like really cool. It being like a little, like, it's basically the best way I can describe it is it's a playable documentary. So you go through all of Atari history, and you sort of play through. You get like little interviews and little stuff, and then you get to play the actual game. So, yeah, it's really good. I haven't played the DLC yet. I know that they put the Namco DLC, which will be fun because that's going to have the Pac-Man Atari game, which is like considered one of the worst games of all time. So I'll be looking forward to playing that. There are some things that are a problem. I wish that ET was on here. I know why they can't because of licensing and that, but like it's a shame it's not there. I mean, that's like the one thing that's like kind of a shame. Is it would have been nice to put some of the licensed games on this, like E.T., Indiana Jones, because they do mention those games in like sort of the documentary stuff. Like the guy who made E.T. is Howard Scott Warshaw. He's in the documentary, which is really cool. They got like a lot of like sort of big games, like Tim Schafer's in it as well. Like yeah, just lots of really fun people. Like David Crane, I think is his name. He's in it as well. Like, so they did get some big like sort of gaming industry people in to talk about it. But there's also a weird bit they bring up like Ready Player One and mention that they made like an Atari game to help promote sort of the book. But then that's like not in the game, and it's like that would have been it would have been really cool to put that in the game, like to play that as well. Like if you're gonna make a big deal about this, like homebrews and that. Like so they got the guy who did that Halo the Halo Atari game in here as well. It's like I know you can't put that one on there because well, I'm about to say because Microsoft wouldn't let you, but like nowadays they probably will. But like again, I guess that's the one thing that's like it's kind of a shame because they mention games you then can't play, and you get why they can't play those games, but it's like you kind of wish you still could. But overall, really good, really good. If you haven't played this collection, I would highly recommend it. Next up, Incredible Hulk. So yeah, after I beat Iron Man, I beat this one. again, like the problem with this game is like this could be really fun, but it's just Hulk just controls really weird. The weirdest thing about Hulk is he is weirdly floaty. For a guy the size of the Hulk, he's weirdly floaty, and I don't understand why. Like he'll like try and jump on buildings, and he just like sort of pings off them because you've like landed in the wrong space or something, and it's like, why? You're the Incredible Hulk. And then like some of the fighting is like not great, and there's like this one level where I had no idea how to beat this character because he just wouldn't do it. You couldn't hit him, so I had to look it up and you had to like do something. I'm like, how am I supposed to figure that out? Like, yeah. So yeah, for despite the fact you're playing as Hulk, he's weirdly not as strong as you'd think he'd be. Again, not terrible, but it did make me think. Like I said, this took me a while to beat because I kind of like had to keep taking breaks from it to stop myself from getting frustrated. But it was like a point where I was like, okay, maybe I won't just play all those games yet. Maybe I'll take a break from playing these PS3 games. And hopefully next year I'm going to do like my little like wheel challenge thing that I think I briefly mentioned in my games I beat, and I'll mention it again briefly in a minute. Yeah, again, it's not terrible. It's not the worst game ever, but yeah, it's just another MCU game. Like, there's a reason why Sega then just sort of took the license off them for a while. Next up, Peter Pan Adventures in Neverland. This one is kind of annoying to me because I half enjoyed it and then half hated it. It's another one of those games where like, it just because it's got like really annoying gameplay, and like there's one level near the end which I think nearly like rage quit the whole game. Where I'm like, again, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm getting to that point where like I really hate the fact that I did this challenge because now I'm starting to really like resent doing it. Is that I got to like one of the last levels. It's a really really long level, and I got near to the end of it, died, and I went all the way back to the start. Like, I hate it when games do that. Don't make long levels and then let me go back to the start when I die. Because it's not one of those cases where I kind of refer to it as like trial and error gameplay. But like I have to play through the level like a few times to actually figure out what to do. And it's like, if at that point, don't make it a long level. Do like Super Meat Boy where there's like quick levels and you can easily like just then respawn. So like that way it's easier to like digest dying because at least you're going straight back into it, and the level's not going to be long anyway, so figuring out how to do it is not difficult. These games are like they're long levels and then you die and it's a long load time and you go back to the start, so it's like I don't want to play you anymore. Again, it's a shame because I thought there were actually some pretty decent things in it. I actually didn't hate the first sort of half of it, and then again as you go into the game starts getting more difficult. It's just not fun at all. Next up, Big Hero 6 Battle Bay. I'll probably put the case up here because you can't really see this, but yeah, like I don't really know what to say. Like again, another 3D. It's a kind of boring 3DS game. It was alright, pretty boring. There's not really much to say about that. It's just, again, it's a 3DS game based on a movie. Again, I'm sorry. There's nothing to say. This is what I'm saying. This is my problem with. This is why I shouldn't have done this challenge, and why I'm glad I didn't do a separate video for it, because there's nothing to say about most of these like games. They all just sort of blend into one. Oh, actually, no. The next game was actually pretty decent. A Bug's Life on PS1. Again, I was surprised I enjoyed this game as much as I did. I think I struggled a little bit with some of the later levels, and I think that's just more because I didn't really understand how to play it. But apart from that, I still thought it was really fun. I really did enjoy this game. I was shocked at how much I liked this one. And then like some of the later levels are really fun as well. Like again, it's difficult, but once I figured out what I had to do, it like made sense. I think maybe the game should have described. That's the only problem, is that the game probably didn't do a good job of explaining what I had to do. Like, but apart from that, I actually did really enjoy this game, and I'm really glad I played it, and I really did have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, surprising that A Bug's Life was actually one of my favourite games that I played in that sort of series. I was not expecting that. Next, I don't know why I put this down. I just put Contra, because I guess I beat Contra again, but I beat Contra like almost like once a year, so I don't know why I mentioned it this year. I think it might have been because before I got my Switch 2, I was going to do a thing where like I played through all of the a game for like every Nintendo sort of console, so I did it NES, Super Nintendo, all that. So maybe that's why I mentioned it, because I beat Contra through that. But yeah, just to say, I just want to say is love Contra, one of my favourite games of all time. Like legit, probably is my favourite. It's like on my like list of like top 20, 50 probably. Yeah? And it's either that or Mega Man 2 is my favourite NES game. Like I love Contra. I can legit beat it in like sort of an hour and a half, like half an hour to an hour. Like yeah, I love Contra. Next up, another Arcade Archives game, Aquajet. This one was really simple. Like, this was back to Ridge Racer where it's like really easy to get, and it was quite fun because I like these like arcadey racing games. Yeah, not as much as to say. It's just, yeah, it's just another like arcadey racing game that was kind of fun. Now on to September, another animated movie game I actually enjoyed. So I'm getting to a few games I actually enjoyed now. Hercules. Again, I was a bit nervous about this game because I remember Caddy's video. He said it wasn't very good, but I think he's wrong. I think this game was really fun. I really enjoyed playing this. I played it on my Vita because I downloaded it through the PlayStation Store, and luckily Hercules was still there. Yeah, I actually really did enjoy this game. It was like I was worried that I was going to like get really. It was going to be really difficult. I think there's like probably one part where it was difficult, but apart from that, I kind of breezed through it. Like again, as long as you got the passwords, to like when you die to like get through, then it's fine. But I don't think I ever got a game over. Like it was, I struggled. Again, it was difficult, but it felt like a good challenge. So yeah, I actually did really enjoy this game. I was shocked that I enjoyed it as much as I did because again, I was expecting to like not like it or find it too difficult. But I'm glad I played it, and so again, another game that was like really enjoyable. Like this is one of the ones that actually was as good as people say it was. Next up, Flushed Away. It would have been Shark Tale, but I played through like the first like 2 levels, immediately hated it, and was like, it's not worth it. So I went to Flushed Away. This one was alright. Like yeah, this one was okay. And Flushed Away is like a pretty underrated movie. I haven't seen it in years. I probably should watch it again because I remembered liking it when I watched it, and it's Aardman, and they're always great. Again. Game was alright. Actually, I'll just briefly mention this. I was going to do Wallace and Gromit, Crystal Rabbit in this sort of series as well. But again, like one play of it, I immediately realised that I didn't like it. I didn't really enjoy it. So I immediately decided not to play it anymore. So just mention that. Like I would have loved to have played it, but it just wasn't really clicking with me. And I was like that early on, if I know it's not clicking with me, I should just like move on to something else. But yeah, Flushed Away was okay. Again, it's another one of those games where it's like gameplay's not great, controls are a bit difficult. It's like some really like annoying moments. But yeah, I would say it's probably one more mid tier for me. I should have maybe do a ranking video. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a ranking video of all these games later, perhaps if I've got time. Maybe that'd be fun. I've got other videos I need to do though, so maybe not. But I'll see if you want to see it, I'll do it. Next we got October. First up is Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. So I guess I've got written here. I beat on October 2nd. So I must have been when I did all the Grand Prix, and I platinumed it on November 23rd because my God, the platinum for this was a grindy mess. Again, this is what I'm sort of talking about. I think I mentioned this earlier about the whole like the trophy killers, where it's like they're not hard trophies. They're just grinded. Because you have to again buy all of the horns, and then you got to buy all of the vinyl, like all of the stickers, and then you got to buy like at least one character's skin. It's like it just takes ages to do because you don't really get much when it comes to like grinding stuff out. You just don't get much, And I'm so happy that in the recent update with the festivals, you now get so many more tokens. I'm definitely not bitter and annoyed that happened after I got the platinum. Definitely not bitter. No, I'm joking. No, not. Yeah, but I mean, I mentioned before, fantastic game. My favorite kart, one of my new favorite kart racers. And I think actually, as I'm recording this is the day that they just added a Pac-Man to the game. So they've actually just added the next Grand Prix is now sort of playable. So I'll probably be doing that later today. Yeah. Nothing else to say. Probably mentioned all I need to do about that one. Next up, okay, so we're now into like a trilogy of animated movie games, and I'm at the last 3. As you can very much tell at this point, I just want this to be over. I think I was running out of like quick games, and I was like, so it's still October, so like, but I was at this point, I was like, I just want this to be over. I just want to finish this. So the first game I did was Hotel Transylvania: Scary Tale Adventure. Again, really just a nothing game, but I was so done with this challenge. I just wanted it to be over. So this was on PlayStation Plus, so I was like, fine, I'll play this one. I got the platinum. The platinum was difficult, was kind of frustrating because you had to collect all of the like tokens in each level, and in almost like every other level I missed one and had to go back into it and go through every nook and cranny to find the one thing I'd missed. Like, so that was not fun. Yeah, like Hotel Transylvania, kind of boring, but whatever. I like the first movie. That's the only one I've seen, and yeah. Next up, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Paw Patrol the movie, Adventure City Calls. Look, I was so done with this animated movie like series thing that I saw Paw Patrol the movie. I was like, fine, yeah, good. I'll play that one. That'll be quick. And yeah, it was quick. I didn't even bother getting the platinum for this because I didn't care. Like, I didn't even bother getting the platinum for this because I didn't want to get the platinum. I didn't want this platinum to be on my sort of. I didn't want the platinum to be on my sort of profile for the rest of my life. You know, I didn't want that. Yeah, it's boring. It's boring. But what would you expect? It's Paw Patrol. It's a kids game. You know, what else did you expect? Like, it's not only is it a kids game, it's a baby game. You know, there's nothing else to say. Maybe my nephew will like it when he's old enough and we can play the game together. Maybe, but yeah. What do you want me to say? It's Paw Patrol. But next up, the final game in the animated movie series, and I always knew I wanted to do this one last because I thought it'd be funny to do this last. Ratchet and Clank on PS4. Because it is a movie game. It's based on the film. It is a movie game. It is an animated movie game. It is based on the film. It is a movie licensed game. It's not just a remake of the first game. It is an adaptation of the film, which was an adaptation of the first game. So, yeah, it's a very strange idea for a game to make a remake of a game that's based on the first game. Like, yeah, but very confusing. But yeah, like, I know a lot of people don't like this game, but with all the crap I've played in this challenge, my God, like, I don't care. Like, I would take this game. This game was definitely so much better than anything else that I played in this series. So much better than anything else. But yeah, like, no, that's what you say. It's a Ratchet and Clank game. It's a good Ratchet and Clank game. Like, again, it may be one of the weaker Ratchet and Clank games in the whole series, but compared to all the other movie games I played, it's honestly really good. It was definitely the best game in like this sort of series I did, which very much wasn't worth it. Like, I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm never gonna do anything like this ever again. This was a stupid idea. Because it just gave me sort of like kind of anxiety of like, oh, I gotta do it. I gotta finish this up, and like that's not what I wanted. Because like I've always said like, oh, challenges can be fun, but you also need to. But also like you gotta make it in a way that doesn't feel like anxiety based. Like, you gotta have fun with it. Don't like make it like. Don't give yourself a deadline. Because like I'll mention it later. But I've got another sort of challenge I want to do. I'm not gonna give myself a deadline for it. I'm just gonna have fun with it. You know, that's what you need to do. Don't stretch yourself out with a challenge, with rules or whatever, if you're not gonna, like, because I wanted to finish it, because like, I've done so many of these challenges and I've never like sort of followed through with it, like, or like it's taken me like over a year to do it, so I was like, I want to do this challenge, I want to get it, I want to actually do it, like, but the problem also that I had with it is like, I think the other reason why it didn't really work is I was buying games for the challenge, and I think that's what didn't work either, is like, if I'm trying to get out my backlog, I was literally buying games to add to my backlog, and there's so many games here, I'm like, I'm not going to play any of these games ever again, so I probably am going to sell a bunch of these, like, this year. So I think that didn't help either. It's like, yeah, I very much regret doing this. I will never do this again. If I'm going to do anything like this again, it's going to be a lot more casual. Or I'm going to focus on games that are actually in my collection and not, yeah, not anything else. You know, I'm not going to do a full challenge like this again this year. Maybe next year. If I give myself a more of a break and I kind of have a better plan of what I'm going to do, maybe I can do it. But right now, no, it's going to be more just fun. And last game in October was Monopoly. I just was getting the platinum for Monopoly. There's a million Monopoly games on PlayStation Plus. And I saw they had like a sort of doable platinum trophy, so I got it. Yeah, platinum trophy is pretty simple. The only like difficult trophy is you have to like play a game where you land on every space on the board once, and that was pretty difficult. Like, that was kind of like, yeah, like, again, it's one of those like annoying like sort of trophy killers where it's like, this isn't hard, this is just, well, it's hard, and it's also just, but it's like not hard in like a I can do it, it's hard in an RNG way. Like, you literally just have to like get lucky that the thing's gonna land on the spaces. I did it, but yeah, it's just a regular Monopoly game. You know, nothing else to really say about it. It's Monopoly. Like, everyone's played Monopoly at least once. And having it on PlayStation is kind of fun, because then you don't have to worry about losing all the pieces. Okay, we're coming up to the last few. So now in November, first game I beat in November, was a London Olympics game. So, going off of the whole like animated movie sort of thing, I'm not going to do any like sort of challenges like that. I've now got more of a casual challenges, which I put all my PS3 games on a wheel, and whenever I want to play a PS3 game, like I'm just going to spin the wheel, and that's the game I got to play. Yeah. Because my whole thing is like, and then obviously if I just want to play a certain game, I'll just play that one. Like I'm not gonna like, again, there's no deadlines, no like anything like, no like, oh I have to like. And also it's like if I land on it and then I don't enjoy it, I can just change the game. Like I'm not gonna give myself any like strict sort of deadlines or strict like rules for it. It's just a bit of fun, huh? And I think that's like what I'm gonna do now. Is like because it's gonna take away any sort of like anxiety about beating games like that. It's just for fun. It's just gonna do a bit of fun. But anyways, yeah, Lego Olympics. So this is just me beating the Olympics. I've got actually a lot of nostalgia with this game because my brother's friends. They used to bring this game around all the time. In fact, it probably is their copy. I think they just left it here because I think I kind of wanted it. And like, we used to play this. They used to come around. We used to play this all the time. It was actually so I got a lot of fun for that reason. And it is kind of fun. I do have sort of a soft spot with these kind of games. Yeah, it was not the worst game ever. Huh? Kind of fun, and I really enjoyed it. Next up, Capcom Fighting Collection 2. This one I think is like in between Marvel vs. Capcom and the first one for like difficulty. So like Marvel vs. Capcom is probably the easiest, and then this one's probably the medium one, and obviously Capcom Fighting Collection 1 is the hardest. It's weird, even though this is like the most recent one I platinumed, I can't actually remember like, any difficult trophies. I think the only hard bits is like a lot of these games was like you had to like a lot of the games was what am I trying to say? A lot of the games you couldn't just like put a save state at the final boss and then just play from there. Like stuff like Street Fighter Alpha 3 had to play through every one's like arcade mode, things like Project Justice. Is that it? The school one, Rival Schools, I think. Yeah, Rival Schools. That was one similar where you had to play through everyone's sort of playthroughs. Yeah, but apart from that, like it was a really fun game. Like they had some really good games. Like got both the Capcom SNK games, and that SNK 2 was like really fun. Power Stone, both Power Stone games, they were fun. Rival Schools was actually really good. I really liked Rival Schools. Is it Rival Schools or Project Justice? I can't think now. It's gone from my mind. But I really enjoyed that game. That game was really fun. Like I really had a lot of fun with that one. So I would say this one had like some really fun games in it. So yeah, like all of the Capcom Fighting collections are good. I would say this one's like probably got like next to Marvel vs. Capcom. Like no, I'd say they've all got really good games in them. I think they were all really enjoyable. They were all really enjoyable. Last up for November, Doom 2016. So I beat this on Switch. Yeah, this game is phenomenal. I've been wanting to beat this game for a long time. So I think I finally sort of like buckled down and was like, I am going to beat this game now. And yeah, I really like this game. This is like now definitely my new favorite first person shooter. Like this game is like incredible. It's fantastic. It might actually now be one of my new favorite games, or like, at least in my list of like favorite games. Like, I think I would be definitely willing to put that in here. It makes me regret not getting doing the Dark Ages. Well, I mean, I want to play Doom Eternal first. I probably want to beat that one first, and then I can move on to Dark Ages. But yeah, this game was phenomenal and really good. And like, yeah, it was hard, but I never felt like I was being cheated out of it. Like, I never felt like it was like some of the other hard games I played. I never felt like I was like getting like, it was like just, what's the word, like, where like it was just a game being like frustrating or like unfair. Like it really was. The game was just really hard, and it made those moments when I finally did beat those sections like all the more like enjoyable and really happy, and made me really happy. And I just loved it. This game is it's fantastic. It's amazing. If you've not played it yet, you're missing out. It's brilliant. Okay, December, last two games. This one is so next we got Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. So I think I started playing this like sort of. I've kind of been playing this one like throughout the year. I think I did the other two Sly games last year, I want to say. So I was kind of playing through this one throughout the year. Like I'd get to a point where I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play through Sly 3, and then I kind of like just sort of lose interest in it. Or there was like the bits where like, cause I was platinuming it as well, and when I got to like the Master Few challenges, like there was that anxiety again of like, oh, I really don't want to do the Master Few challenges. Luckily, like the only really hard ones were like some of the early ones. Apart from that, I was able to sort of do all of them. And there's the bit where you get the pirate ship, and I really didn't like that because they just changed everything. again, it's like that kind of thing I was talking about, where it's like they just changed the gameplay for like for like the last part of the game, last half of the game. This is the section where they just completely changed the gameplay, and I don't know why they did that. But yeah, overall I liked this. I'd say this is probably the. I don't know. I'd say like I like all three of the. This is like the original Sly trilogy done now. I don't know which one I'd say my favorite. I kind of. There's probably the ones that say Sly 3. Which is weird. I think people say that's like their least favourite. I actually would say that's probably my favourite. I really like Sly 3. Yeah, I would say Sly 3 is my favourite of the trilogy. So hopefully maybe next year I'll play Sly 4. Not sure yet. I know that Sly 4 is the one that no one likes. So I'll be curious when I play that one. I mean, I don't know if that's more the story that people don't like instead of the like actual gameplay. But yeah, I would say I'm a fan of Sly now. Again, one more Sly game to play. And yeah, I really did enjoy it. So I'm glad I finally played all of them. But now on to the last game of the video, last game of the year, Donkey Kong Bonanza. This, yeah, I think I mentioned this in my game collection video. This is my game of the year. This game is fantastic. Like, and the final like section, I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to spoil it because the game's still somewhat new, and I don't want to give it away. I mean, most people probably are aware what's going to happen, what's the sort of the final bosses and that, but it was still really cool. Like I got spoiled of the final boss, but it was still really cool when they showed up again. Like that's probably giving it away, but you probably know. You probably know. Like it's amazing. It's genuinely cool. Like it was like the best. Like because Donkey Kong. Like I think it's like I think it was a game I wasn't. I would say it's one of those games where when it was announced and I saw it, I was worried. I think just because of like the way that it was an open world game and it's like breaking up all the like the breaking up the world. Now it's like, oh, this is gonna be really confusing. There's gonna be lots of stuff there. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it. I was scared of it. There are a lot of games which I play and I'm really scared of playing them because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be overwhelming. Like, this is gonna be really overwhelming. It's gonna be really overstimulating. Like I'm gonna get sensory overload and all that. But no, Donkey Kong Bonanza is such a good game that like that stuff didn't bother me. Like it was actually like the gameplay was just really fun and everything, and actually just going through and finding stuff. It reminded me of Mario Odyssey. Like obviously it's made by the Mario Odyssey guys. It's like they clearly have a great sort of way of making games of like just giving you an open world and go, yeah, just go anywhere. You can go over there and there'll probably be something for you to collect. Like. And it's not like, but they're not like super massive open worlds like other games. That's why I can never really get into open world games because they're just so big. There's so much to do. But Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Odyssey, I think they do it right, where they give you like smaller worlds, but there's still lots of stuff to do and lots of stuff to find and lots of places to go. So yeah, like I don't know what game they're doing next. Maybe they could do a Yoshi game, maybe a sequel to Mario Odyssey. Like I can understand why they didn't do any DLC for Odyssey if this was what they were working on because they've been working on this one for years. But yeah. This game's fantastic. Again, if you've not played it yet, if you've got Switch 2 and you haven't played this game yet, I don't know what you're using your Switch 2 with because this was a system seller 100%. Yeah, really good. Alright, so that's it. You know, maybe I'll do a ranking video of those movie games. Maybe not sure yet. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you for the rest of the year. Bye.